right outside your window.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. This is May 21st. I'm Commissioner Darrell Banks. This is a Board of Commissioners for Richland County Commissioner meeting. I have with me Tony Vero, County Commissioner, Stacy Kroll, our clerk. Online, we have Andrew Keller, our administrator, and Al Lawrence from the News Journal, and Carl Hunnell from the Richland Source. Gentlemen, we have our windows open. The 170-ton chiller is in our parking lot.
170 tons?
Isn't that what they said?
That'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah, that big chiller's back here. And we got our windows open, so apologize if you can't hear us. Let us know, let Stacy know, and we'll,
it's 340,000 pounds.
well, that's, yeah. Okay. Let's start with other.
Motion to certify regular proceedings for May 16th, 2024.
I will second that.
Thanks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Okay. Can we or approve the requisitions?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Vero.
Yes.
And can we get approval for weekly transfers and appropriations?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
And can we approve the contract with Truly Nolan Commercial Services
It's for the dog pound.
for the dog pound?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Okay. And can we approve the addendum of one to our CHIP agreement with Shelby?
So moved.
Is just listing the dollar amounts.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
And we have, we accept the quote from Standard Plumbing for the backflow repairs.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
And there are two of those, I guess.
No, there's one. The other one's an emergency hot water repair for the OMJ building.
Okay. Can we approve the emergency for the repair at the MOG?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Okay. And I guess executive session. Right?
Al, what
It is-
questions do you have?
A lot of questions. What kind of services for the dog warden?
Pest control.
Okay. Is there a dollar amount on that contract?
The initial startup is 910. Then there's a monthly fee. We may not need it very long. As you know, a dog warden or a dog facility, it does have, it does attract pests and we need to make sure we're keeping it sanitary. So it's a total of a little over $1,000, but 910 is an initial setup.
Okay. What is that, first thing, standard plumbing and heating? What plumbing repair where and how much?
Okay, there was two different things.
Backflow, the first one was backflow repairs.
And that's where?
I forget what buildings, hold on.
It
The
was in this building.
Sequence Community Center and the jail.
That was for here.
And the cost for that?
And the cost is $2,660.
Okay, you said that was for courthouse administration building.
No, it's People's Community Center
Okay,
and the county jail.
It's my fault.
okay, and then what in the world is the OMG? I know in texting it's, oh my God, but
It's OMJ, the Ohio Means Jobs Building.
oh, okay. I was trying to figure that out. And that needs a replacement for the hot water heater?
Yes, it broke yesterday.
Okay, and what's the cost on that one?
$3,440.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to pay that kind of cost to replace a heater in my house. Water heater. I think that's all the questions I had. Thank you.
Al, Carl, you have any questions?
Let's go back to Truly Nolan for a moment. What sort of pests are they ridding or clearing out or making sure aren't around?
Mice. Cats are doing a good job in the areas they're in.
Or could you hire more cats? Or would that be cheaper than Truly Nolan?
I don't want PETA coming after us for unfair labor practices against felines.
Well, Truly Nolan, you said it was $1,000, but there's a $900 setup fee. Is this going to be an ongoing thing? And have you used these guys in the past?
Yeah, county said they're very good. I actually just had a private employer ask about their services. I don't think we're gonna need it constantly. We just want to make sure that it's under control.
We've used
And
them in
what-
other,
Use them in other county buildings. They're pretty well known. They have an excellent reputation.
And it's 910 initial.
910 is the initial startup. Their expertise is in bed bugs. We do not have a bed bugs problem out at the dog ward. Let's get that very clear for the media.
Okay, where's the money coming from that's paying for this? What fund are you taking that out of?
Their dog warden's fun.
Okay, so it is coming from the dog warden's
Yep.
budget. Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's kind of what I had. You guys are doing executive session at 10, and then you're expecting to act on that tornado warning thing after your executive session?
We're expecting to.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Okay.
I just had one quick question. I see an open window be in an empty chair where Cliff sits. Nothing happened to him, did it?
No,
He got sucked out the back of the dry lock
No, he's fine.
for the air dock, that is.
Just want to make sure. It looks a little suspicious, especially when the open end is on Tony's side there.
Oh. We
And,
are
and
going to,
Vero is Italian.
he is.
We don't push people out windows out. We come up from behind with a gun. That's more of our move.
Okay, quick and easy. Huh?
It's 9:38 and we're gonna adjourn. I know what we got. We're gonna go in recess and come back at 10 o'clock in executive session.
I thought I heard.
Morning again. It's 10 o'clock. We've been joined by Rebecca Owens, our EMA director. And
I'll get it.
MFD is here, Greg Gale. And we would like a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of RFP review on the tornado siren upgrades.
So moved.
Second,
Commissioner Banks?
yes.
Commissioner Vero?
Yes.
Okay, it's 10:04 and we are out of executive session, back into regular session and can we get a motion to approve the contract? Just EMA and the Sheriff's Department has both evaluated this and have here is the best proposal.
So at this time, we need to award the tornado siren upgrade project to Vasu. So I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Commissioner Banks?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow.
Yes.
Okay. You want to go first or last?
Well, wait, we still have one more piece of action, I believe. I think now we have to approve the notice of award.
Yes.
So in conjunction with that, now I'd like to approve the notice of ARPA award to Vesu Communications Incorporated for 193,837.36. And this will come out of Fund 47, which is our restricted ARPA.
And I will second that.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow.
Yes.
Hey, Greg, go right ahead if you have questions.
Rebecca, if you can, give the cost of the contract, who it's with and what it would do for, Warren residents.
Sure. Excuse me. So the cost of the contract is $193,837.36 awarded to Vasu Communications, who is the current vendor that we work with on a regular basis back to maintain and repair the sirens throughout the county. Again, there's the 44 sirens throughout the county that the county is responsible for. And, the EMA kind of oversees those as well. The importance of the project is to, again, upgrade the sirens that we have, many of which are 40, 50 years old, going from VHF to the make it more interoperable with the Marks radio system, which is now throughout the county and will soon be with the city of Mansfield Fire Department as well. So, and again, it's all part of really being able to maintain another means of people to receive warnings. Sirens are not the only means, simply because they're meant to be heard outside, but it is a huge part of what we have in the county. We find it as a valuable asset. We have a lot of community members, specifically, primarily really in the northern part of the county, that may not have other means to get warnings. So it is an option for them, but also we recommend people either choose to get either a FEMA alert or the WENS alert, the RC alert system that we have in the county, just to have another means up for notification.
And when do we anticipate all this taking place as far as transferring it over?
Contract date begins June 1 with an anticipated completion date by June 30 of next year. And
You mean May 30th?
yes.
More than a year. Okay.
Sorry. And hoping to have that completed sooner than later, but we've given them a little bit of a cushion in there to account for any weather that we may encounter, which we know is most definitely possible.
And I guess last question from me. We had one confirmed tornado in northern Richland County. FEMA was just in here last week. And not quite a tornado, but still some severe damage over on the Cyrus following that other incident. So what's your, I guess, warning to people in the meantime, how to kind of be weather aware and prepared for these storms before they actually come through?
Right, absolutely. And I think for one thing, we're going to see an increase. I mean, that's just the pattern that we're seeing, that the pattern that typically is out in the Midwest is now shifting more towards our direction of the country. Again, just really having a backup means to get some type of alert. I mean, you've got obviously a lot of them, the channels on the radio, news channels also carry alerts. WMFD has a means of getting notifications, the RC alert systems, FEMA has an alert, and also weather radios are a great option as well. So there's a lot of those that are available that are pretty inexpensive. Just being aware and realizing that there is responsibility on your behalf as well, is to make sure that you or your family are safe, and keep an eye on your neighbors as well.
Carl, you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Just double check. Contract date June 1, completion by May 30 of next year. Is that what the dates were?
Correct.
Okay, the 44 sirens that you're operating now, are all of them operational right now?
There are some that are being inspected right now because there have been some reported. The last time we had our test, which would have been at the end of April, there were a couple of them that were reported that did not go off. So Vasu is checking into those to make sure that they are working properly. They're older units. So I think that ongoing maintenance is going to be something that will occur regardless of what this looks like. Because there's battery backup to them. There are boxes and different connectivity issues that sometimes occur for different reasons that are not necessarily related to the upgrade that we're doing right now.
Okay, and these 44, they don't include the ones that are under the control of the city of Shelby, correct?
That is correct.
How many do they have in Shelby?
4?
Has there been, are they under kind of the same make and model of the ones the county has? And has there been discussions with Shelby about upgrading them as well?
I have had no conversation with them. They really take care and maintain those on their own, independent of these other 44. So I'm not sure really, Carl, what their status is of theirs this moment.
Okay, so you don't know whether they're using the current VHF or whether they've actually converted to something more digital as well.
I do not know that, but that's a good question.
I will check on that. Speaking of conversations with cities, any more in the terms of talking to the city of Mansfield as the county seat, which doesn't have a tornado siren within city limits?
Yes, Mayor Perry and I have had discussions, as you know, she's still early on in her administration, but we've had discussions and that is on her list.
Right. And in terms of this specific proposal, anybody other than Basu submit proposals?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
there was a company, I think it was called Cleveland Communications. They were extremely overpriced in what we were wanting to do, and actually the scope of the project was not even the same as what we had requested. Their bid was close to $2 million, and it wanted to replace all of the poles, all of the sirens, and just do a major overhaul of all of the tornado sirens. Which is not what our plan is to do.
And that was the only other proposal. So Basu clearly had a better understanding of what it is you wanted.
Correct.
Right. That's what I had. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Carl.
Al, anything you have?
Yeah, just to make sure I'm clear on what this project involves. This is just updating the controls on the individual sirens to digital, correct? No siren replacements or anything like that?
That is correct.
Okay. And I realize everything is going to digital in marks. Will this make any changes in how you can use the sirens? In other words, as I understand it right now, the way you warn people is you kind of do it by areas. Would this allow you to even individualize it to certain sirens in certain areas, or are you still going to be on a system where you're going to, warn sections of the county?
At this time, the plan is still to remain as we currently are, which means that when the sirens are set off in the northern part of the county, the central part of the county also goes off. And then if the southern part of the sirens are set off, then the central part. The only time that the entire county would be set off is if there is the siren notification for the central part of the county, then the sirens across the county would be set off. There is no intention at this time to change that.
Carl, I think the weather people are pretty accurate on these things, but I don't think they're accurate enough to get it down to one siren. I think we have to
True.
Just try to do the best we can and make sure we warn the most amount of people that might be in danger.
Yeah, I understand that. The comment that I hear most frequently is, well, the sirens went off and I didn't see anything, because, like you said, if it's in the northern part, southern goes off too, and the people in the southern, or not southern, central, people in the central part said, oh, I didn't see anything, and I realize what Daryl's saying is true. And especially with the unpredictability of tornadoes.
I think the people that can say, heard the siren and didn't see anything, ought to feel damn lucky.
Yeah, and you ought to be telling them, why in the world didn't you go to your basement? Because I've heard so many stories too about, people who hear the sirens and then they don't take shelter, or, you see so many videos online where, people are standing there watching the tornado approaching their house without going down into the basement. That's all I had. Thank you.
Okay, anything else for the cause? Hearing nothing. It is 10:15 and we stand adjourned.